Hello, how are you? Today I'm going to tell you what happens to a person when they go 30 consecutive days without drinking alcohol. Many people have been taking on this 30-day no alcohol challenge and noticing many health benefits. I'm going to talk about several of them here, all backed by science. Stick around until the end because you won't want to miss it. If you love tips on nutrition, health, and fitness, you'll love this channel. Go ahead, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. I have new videos every day, you'll love them. So let's start talking about the benefits of not consuming alcoholic beverages for 30 consecutive days. There are people who drink a lot, some people drink almost every day and in really large amounts. And there are people who drink on weekends, more socially, more on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. In all cases, you will experience many benefits from abstaining from alcohol for a month. Let's start talking about what those benefits are. The first major benefit of going 30 days without consuming alcoholic beverages is an improvement in your sleep. I know it might seem a bit contradictory because many people have a drink at night precisely to relax and sleep better. Alcohol gives you that feeling that you're going to relax. But we already know that alcohol-induced sleep is actually lower quality sleep. You spend less time in deep sleep and less time in REM sleep, which is what truly helps you retain your memories and recollections. Whereas when you stop consuming alcoholic beverages, you're able to have better quality sleep that lasts longer. I know that for many people, it's hard to fall asleep, to sleep through the night, and they have some bad nighttime habits. I have a playlist here on the channel with several tips on how you can sleep better and stay asleep throughout the night. I'll leave it down below in the description. I'll leave this playlist and others there, so if you're interested in any topic, you can go and watch more about it, so the video doesn't end up getting even longer. Another benefit you'll get from going 30 days without consuming alcoholic beverages is reducing your bloating. Alcohol is naturally a diuretic. It stimulates you to urinate more, and it might seem like urinating more would make you less bloated, but actually, it's the opposite. Your body starts sending signals and triggering mechanisms to retain that fluid precisely because you're losing so much of it through urine. In addition, alcohol is highly inflammatory, and usually people consume drinks with sugar, carbonated drinks, beverages with a lot of gas, which will make you even more bloated. And this inflammation also typically harms your gut flora, leaving your intestines with more gas and more bloating. So, in a broader sense, cutting out alcohol will really help with the process of reducing bloating. Another benefit you'll notice over these 30 days is weight loss. For many people it happens, and sometimes it's actually quite significant. That's because alcohol itself contains calories. A lot of people don't realize this, but alcohol does in fact have calories. 1 gram of carbohydrates and 1 gram of protein each have 4 calories. 1 gram of fat has 9, and alcohol has 7 calories per gram. The drink itself is already high in calories, but beyond that, it lowers your inhibitions, it makes you feel more relaxed, more at ease, so you usually become less selective about what you eat. Sometimes you might eat a slice of pizza because you're really hungry, or peanuts, or French fries. Usually, these aren't healthy choices. So, both directly, because of its calorie content, and indirectly, by encouraging you to eat more unhealthy foods, it contributes to weight gain. And when you remove alcohol from the equation, you can often lose weight without changing anything else in your daily routine. Another point is that going 30 days without consuming alcoholic beverages can strengthen your immune system. Some studies have already shown that alcohol consumption leads to a lower production of white blood cells, which are the body's defense cells, and nowadays many people are concerned about how to keep their immune system stronger. Remember that I have a playlist here talking more about this, how to improve your immunity with juices, teas, and everyday tips. I'll leave it down below in the description as well. You'll also notice that you'll be better nourished during these 30 days because alcohol, as I mentioned, is inflammatory and it worsens the absorption of certain nutrients in your intestines. So, when you remove alcohol from the equation, your intestines become better nourished and more capable of absorbing the nutrients you consume daily. Abstaining from alcohol will also greatly benefit your mental health. Although many people use alcohol as a way to relax or de-stress, some come home tired from work and have a whiskey, a cocktail, or a beer to unwind, sleep better, or reduce anxiety, especially during tough times. We know that, in reality, alcohol is a major trigger for increasing anxiety, and for some people, it can even worsen or trigger panic syndrome or panic disorder. That's because it also affects our brain chemistry and the secretion of neurotransmitters. It actually changes the way you relate to your emotions. That's why some people drink and become more aggressive. Some drink and laugh at everything, and others drink and end up crying because it throws your emotions out of balance. So, you'll notice a significant improvement in your mental health when you remove alcohol from the equation. Another major benefit is the increase in your attention, focus, and productivity. That's because you won't have used anything that dulls your brain, so it will function at full capacity and you'll avoid the hangover the next day. Maybe you'll tell me that when you drink, you don't drink enough to get a hangover. You have a shot of whiskey, a glass of beer, a glass of wine, just one drink, you don't drink that much. But you can already feel that if your body sometimes feels off, slower, that laziness to get up in the morning, your brain is feeling the same way. So, cutting out alcohol will make your brain work closer to 100% and help you perform better at work, in your studies, and in everything else you need for your daily life with improved focus. Remember that I also have a video here on the channel talking more about concentration, about laziness. I have some really cool videos, and I'll leave them down below to help you out. You will also see a major benefit in terms of your risk for cardiovascular diseases. Many studies have already found a link between excessive alcohol consumption and certain heart problems, strokes, heart attacks, and even high blood pressure. When you remove alcohol from your routine, you also give your heart a break and reduce the risk of all these things happening. Of course, cardiovascular issues are not only related to alcohol consumption. And there are many things you can do in your daily life to strengthen your heart and cardiovascular system. So I'll leave a playlist here about heart and artery health to inspire you as well. A major benefit that also really stands out for people who stop drinking alcohol is how much their skin improves. The skin has fewer wrinkles, looks less saggy because it becomes more hydrated, has fewer wrinkles, and appears more radiant. So give it a try and see if you notice an improvement in your skin. It's important to mention that whenever we talk about changing something for 30 days, it involves a change in habits. In this case, I'm talking about going 30 days without drinking alcohol. But there are videos here where I talk more about cutting sugar from your diet, white flour, adding physical activity. These are all habits that will improve your health and quality of life. And it's also interesting to point out that everything involving habits has a bit of that automatic behavior, something you don't really think about. So if you're not going to go more than 30 days without drinking, at least consider reducing your alcohol consumption. At the very least, try to pay more attention to how many times you drink alcohol during the week and how much you drink each time, because that's another very important detail. Some people tell me they only drink twice a week, but they drink a large amount, sometimes spending the whole day drinking. They go out with friends, then watch a soccer match and keep drinking. This puts a huge strain on the body, the liver, the kidneys, and the heart. So try to have a more mindful approach to how much and when you are drinking. Maybe it would be better not to drink on that particular day. Maybe have some sparkling water with a slice of lemon or another natural drink. Because cutting back a few times a week will already bring health benefits without you necessarily having to go 30 days without drinking. But if you do go 30 days without drinking, that's even better. Let me know here afterwards what you thought of the experience, what benefits you noticed, because I would love to see your comment. And out of curiosity, tell me here if you have the habit of drinking every week, what you usually drink, and how often. I'd love to see your comment. Like the video because that really helps me, and share it with anyone who would enjoy or needs it. Let's spread this chain of good together. That's what I want here with the channel. See you next time. Bye.